Okay, Vamsy called it. He said, "Let's go." So let's go. Let's do it. I was gonna say I'm a bit early, but I just seen the clock just change. So I'm actually kind of spot on time, I think. How is everybody's Thursday going? It's the second half of the week. I really hope your Thursday is going well. Waiting every day seems like waiting for a new show or a movie. Hey, I really appreciate that. Andrew always says this is the Eddie show, but it's not. It's our show. It's kind of, our community. I did start playing with a bot last night for our Discord, which was it's quite interesting. The Discord is very different to Slack in that they've really thought about the community side a bit. Well, I know Slack's got some great integrations, but Discord, it seemed pretty cool. So I have thought of some like badges and roles, and you have to do certain things to get a certain badge and stuff. So this weekend, we, as in me and you, are gonna be working on it. I'll do a longer live stream, a coding live stream, and in a bit I can show you what I've done so far. It is more log some ideas. I saw some other people log some ideas as well. And I've got Hello World working. So as some of you probably noticed on the Discord, the bot kind of appears online and offline, but it doesn't do anything just yet. Turn off the timer. Timer's still going. No, timer should be gone. I'm probably a bit slow on the chat. By the way, I tried to use Git CLI for the first time, and I've enrolled in Google IT support, professional certificate in Corsica. I've heard Corsica. Corsica, no, not Corsica, that's a place. Coursera, I'm guessing, I can't pronounce that. Yeah, I've heard that a few times recently from other people who have also mentioned it to me that they're taking courses from there, and I haven't actually heard of it before. Vamsy, thrilling Thursday, yeah. Git CLI is awesome. Get to know it, use it. It's huge, but you really only need like a few commands. You need the kind of probably remote, the most common ones. Let me start at the top actually. Kind of clone, so git clone, pull, merge, fetch. Well, we'll come back to fetch. Park that for now. Pull, commit, push, branch, checkout. Or checkout, you don't need branch if you use checkout, because you can do checkout minus B, and that creates a new branch for you if it doesn't exist, and then checks you out to it rather than doing it in two steps. Some of the slightly more advanced stuff that you might need is like git remote, like if you want to add a remote or remove a remote. So if you fork a project, you'd clone your version of the project, so your fork, and origin would be your forked version. But when you want to fetch the latest changes in a default branch, say master, you will want to keep your master in line with their master. So you would do a fetch and then merge it into the branch that you're working on. Basically that way, because a git pull is a fetch and a merge in one command. Show us the setup already. Okay, I don't think much has changed since you last saw it. I think it's pretty much the same. I've got this. I think I mentioned this other microphone I'm kind of trying out. There is one I actually want to buy, and it's out of stock, so I might make do with that one. I should have actually had both of them plugged in. You could tell me which microphone you thought was better, because my wife prefers this one. I think this microphone has more kind of bass and more like depth. So the other one, this is a condenser mic. The other one's a dynamic mic, so it will block all the background noise, which is really good, and it just doesn't sound as bassy. So yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to have a think about that one and see. It's like a daily task to show your office. I've got to put up your previous message. Where was it? Show us the setup already. I love that. I really do. That's like awesome. There you go. Show the setup already. Yeah, that makes me really happy. So thank you very much. I have got the new egg cartons, new foam, but I haven't got the glue. Still waiting on the glue to finish off the ceiling and some other bits and pieces. But let me know how you're all doing. How is your Thursday going? How is your week going? What have you got planned for the weekend? Ben, how you doing? Good to have you here. Nice seeing you more frequently. Has everyone joined our Discord? I've got a bot coming soon. I'm hopefully going to launch the bot this weekend just to do a few simple things. I'm memorizing the important ones. Yeah, D-Raj, just memorize them or just practice them a few times, then you kind of remember. Or you can cheat and you could write like aliases on the command line, but then I think that I went through a phase of doing that. But I don't know if you can hear, someone's hoovering in the background. Can you hear that? Is that annoying? So that's why I want the other mic, because you definitely wouldn't hear it with the other mic. But yeah, it won't be for long. Don't worry. Bear with me. I'll talk a bit closer to the mic. So to the Blue Yeti. Yeah. Ramsey recognises it. Yeah, I did aliases for a while on the command line. So if you're on Mac or Linux, I mean, you probably could do it on Windows, but I have no clue how. You could write aliases for commands, so rather than saying git, commit, etc. and so forth, you could do like gc. I've seen people do that. And I went through a phase of doing that. The downside of that, when you go to work on, say, a server or on someone else's computer, you actually forget the raw commands. So I actually highly recommend don't try and write aliases. Actually do write the commands, because it's something better to learn. Or I remember years and years ago, I was in an interview once, and I've been using aliases for my git commands for ages. And they asked me a question, how would I do something? And I wrote GC, kind of GM, and they were like, what the F is this? And I was like, I didn't even like click. It was in such a habit. So yeah, and it looks a bit amateurish. So I'd highly recommend not using aliases and remembering the commands. Have I tried AWS's CLI? A long time ago, actually. Yes. Going back maybe well over 1 or 2 years now. I'm using more GCP and Firebase now. I actually need to host the bot probably on GCP because it's Node. You need to keep a socket open, so I can't use Firebase. So I will be hosting that on GCP probably. I got a friend who works for Azure who wants to come on one of my lunchtime live streams and talk about their hosting. So I might get him to come on first and we can have a look and see. And then we'll see how it goes. By the way, everyone watching, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. That really helps support my channel. Well, let me switch back to me. You don't need to see the command center. There we go. Let's put that back to what it was. But if you want to see the bot and how it's going, and I'm trying to create certain roles, and then when people get certain achievements, assign those roles to them. But most of the documentation is in JavaScript. I'm using TypeScript, which is fine. They got types. It's kind of working. I'm just looking at the screen to kind of see how it looks. I've got the introductions channel will get a notification when someone joins. I've kind of done that. I haven't quite tested it yet, but I want to create the roles and then sign it. So I don't know, bit of fun. We'll see. Vamsi says, I've installed Java after ages. It took me an hour to solve compatibility problems. I think that happens with any language you haven't, or any technology you haven't used in a long time. It happens to all of us. Hey Luke, how you doing? How's everything going? Are you having a good Thursday? But everyone, let me know your successes. What were your successes since yesterday? If you're creating small pieces of work that you're trying to achieve, then you should have had some successes since yesterday. And you should have had some challenges. So it's not all about the successes, but it's also about the challenges as well. I'll go first if you want, while you're all writing and thinking about it. I did a Hello World chatbot for Discord, which is awesome. And if you go to our Discord channel, which I've got closed for some reason, I probably just restarted and didn't open it, then you'll see EddieBot, named EddieBot to match the repo, in the corner. And it's offline, online, because I haven't deployed it anywhere, so it's kind of mostly offline. And I'm supposed to be off from my clients today, but the client needed me, so I'm to finish off some work. So I'm actually working for my client today. So I won't do any more work on the bot until tonight. However, yeah, I've done a little bit. If you want to see it, let me show you, and I can show you a bit of the botness. And then once I push it up, once I kind of got something a little bit working up, I'll push it up and you all can start contributing and making suggestions and improvements and so forth. Luke says, I started collaborating with a startup focusing on e-learning and the mental health. Awesome. Try not to kill my family during the lockdown. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I think, yeah, I've just seen Vamsi's comment. Yeah, I think a lot of people are struggling. I'm guessing, yeah, things are going to be interesting at the end of the lockdown. People are either going to love each other a lot more or, I'm guessing, hate each other a lot more. So it also depends, I think, on the space people have. If people have, I guess, more space, then you're not on top of each other so much. Whereas if you're kind of in a small flat or somewhere like New York or London, you're all on top of each other, it makes it, I guess, more stressful. And I see Vamsi say, give us some doo-doo. I don't know. This is Andrew encouraging this mentality. I'm bringing it up on the screen, but yeah. No doo-doo. I set up Type VNC running on Google Compute Engine yesterday. Ah, nice. Tibor, how did that go? I know my friends at Microsoft at Azure were talking about doing kind of like a GPU instance for their VMs and maybe hosting like some streaming software on there, like you kind of, okay, you don't see now, but like you kind of see. Have I pressed the button right? No, I did not press the button right. I pressed the wrong one. No, wrong button. We'll get there eventually. This one to running this vmix on a VM or OBS, and yeah, we'll see. But I don't think I will. Yeah, I'm back to the right one now. Cool. I don't think I will use it because I've got my streaming PC, but I could use it for other things. So it was just interesting to see. Let us know how you get onto Google Compute Engine. GCP is quite nice, definitely. AWS is huge, but their UX is horrendous. DRel says I worked on 2 Django projects, putting one of them on GitHub. Nice, right now as well. Perfect. Hopefully that's my open source encouragement to you. Oh, is GCP better than AWS? Sorry, it's a question. I thought it was a statement. Better is subjective. A lot of my clients prefer AWS. I guess it's like a brand. Like, would you prefer Ferrari to Porsche? I don't know. I think most people say Ferrari, even though they've never owned either. So I know a lot of my clients do say AWS because that's what they hear. Again, like a lot of what my clients say when they say, what are you going to use for the front end? And I say, well, you probably need a framework, so probably Angular. They say, oh, I hear React's amazing and it makes everything really successful. And they want that, but they've never used it, they don't know anything about it. It's just kind of, getting on that bandwagon and buzzwords and so forth. So I think GCP is doing a really good job in terms of the user experience. Firebase is really nice for prototypes and hackathons and stuff. Let me see if I can do it fast enough. If not, don't worry, we've got tomorrow's live stream as well. Actually, on this live stream, do you want to see some bot code, some Eddie bot code? Let me see if I can bring it over and show you what I've done. Let's have a look. I'm not able to make a TCP connection to my instance on AWS yesterday. You might have to check firewalls. You might have to check. I've had a few issues in the past, a long time ago. I can't remember. I think one was like firewalls, and don't forget IPs changed. You might not have a static IP, so and check that the ports are open and they're not blocked on a proxy or firewall as well. There's just so many things. I guess first thing to do is try and ping the IP. The second thing is probably telnet to the port, and if that works, then just check you've got the VNC server running. It's listening. It is interesting, definitely. Right, let me see if I can bring this up. So Eddie, here we go. If I share my screen and I make this a bit bigger, so you can see yesterday I had 7 contributions and today 8. I have been working on, or raising more issues than actually kind of working, let's say. So this is it. I haven't pushed anything up, but what I want to show you is just the ideas. So people have logged ideas. So I thought we'll do like kind of bot version 0.1, just kind of get something up and working this weekend. I'll do it on a live stream. Then this is in no order, this list, by the way. And then there'll be GitHub integrations that someone raised the issue. Add support for GitHub. Rodrigo, if you're there, thank you very much for raising that. And then YouTube support, he also raised. So there will obviously be more tickets in that space and stuff to do. Then I thought we could do a mobile app with Ionic. I will save some of the data to maybe a Firebase database, and then on Ionic and a web app, we can kind of read that data in real time. So that's some thinking. So if I put most of my efforts and ideas in this. So what I done yesterday, but although I haven't pushed it up, which is really bad, never do this. But yeah, add bot to create a bot on Discord. You have to do that via the developer portal. Then you add it to the channel again through the developer portal, and some of you noticed this yesterday, late last night. And then I've created a Hello World TypeScript bot. And I don't know why I've got 2 of those. One was Hello World. This actually will happen first. So I had the Hello World bot first, and then I did the TypeScript version. And that was a bit interesting. I haven't got it reloading yet with NodeMon. There are definitely lots of improvements around that, but I wanted to get something working. So if I bring some code across and show you that, you can kind of see that I do have some code working. Let me just check the chat. What have I missed? Tell us your PC configs. What part of my PC configs? What, you want to know my IP and my firewall? Shall I boot up VNC server for you so you can connect to it? Now let me know what you mean by that. If I bring up this code here now as well, I probably need to make this a lot bigger, and then share my screen. Hopefully you see that. I'll break this a bit smaller. The this is the bot that I've done. I don't know why I've copied this from their documentation, but I don't need like notes like that. Don't need notes like that. That's fine. So what I've got is I include their client, and then once it connects, it will call ready once, and there's nothing returned from it, which is a bit annoying. So I was trying to get the roles at the moment so I could create the roles programmatically. I might just have to do it within within the Discord itself. And this can be moved to one line, right? It doesn't even need to be on multiple lines if there's nothing else in there at the moment. So I could do that. And then when a guild member is added, so when someone joins, in theory, I haven't tested this out yet, in the introductions channel, what I plan to do is grab that channel. I'm just checking the channel name, and it's a text channel. Therefore, if anyone else wants to use it, and then if there isn't a channel, kind of just say channel not found and return. But if there is a channel, what I'm going to do is send a welcome message, welcome to the server, and their name. And I'm going to put various things in, like a link to the code of conduct, and just tell them to introduce themselves. And that's all I've got at the moment. Yes, and I've noticed you've just seen my token on. I'm going to regenerate that. Regenerating my token for the bot, because with that you can do like anything. So I've just recreated that. So if anyone saw that, that's not a problem. But if I bring Discord over, you'll see when I start the bot, it does come online in theory. So let me have a look. Every 1 second. Should be able to bring Discord over here. Let's have a look. If I go back to sharing my screen, if I go back to Discord, you'll see that EddieBot is here on the right is offline. And if I just run the command, I better get the new token, otherwise it's not going to work. And if I run it, once I get the new token, just kind of delete the old one and paste it in, then in theory, the bot should come online. I say it's running, it says ready. There you go, the bot's online. Nothing else happened. So it's just kind of a hello world bot at the moment. So bear with me, but I think we've got some good plans for it. We've got some ideas. Should be good. Why can't I make Discord smaller? I don't know. I'll sort that out later on. Ionic versus Flutter, which would you recommend? I think Ionic. I think Flutter again a bit. I don't know much about Flutter, so it is very kind of an uneducated bias towards Ionic. I know Ionic more, I know React Native more, and so forth. I'll still choose Ionic out of the three of those. Flutter I don't know enough about, but it is very popular. But then, yeah, I don't know. I'll be interested if you find out. Let me know. I'll be curious to know. Dawood, hopefully I pronounced your name right. So yeah, that's interesting to know. Vamsy says CPU, graphics and stuff. The spec of my PC, right? So I have the Intel i9-9900K processor with the graphics card, I forget. Andrew, which one is it? Andrew, help me spec it up. So it is the NVIDIA 2080 Super with liquid cooling on the processor as well. And let me see, I can bring the camera. Let's see if I can move the camera closer so you can get a better look. Let's have a look. Don't know if you can kind of, that's it. That's the kind of the side of the PC. And it's also got two capture cards as well, 4K 60 frames. So I can capture my camera that's up here, and also the screen that I share with you. Maybe I should get a camera just to sit like inside the the PC, although not much is moving or going on in there. So it's kind of a bit boring. Maybe looking out of the case towards me. So yeah, what else have I got in there? I can't think now. That's mainly it. I've kept it quite bare bones. I do have an onboard hard drive, 1 TB SSD, but it sits on the motherboard. I can't think what it slots into. It's so fast, it's ridiculous. It's the red light that blinks, never see it because it's just the hard drive is crazy fast. It makes the iMac Pro look really slow. So it is really, really impressive. Vamsi, you know Eddie's love to Ionic. Yeah, I think because it's Angular based. Well, although Ionic now does React and Vue and all those other things, but I just like it being a framework. Just has everything you need. That's what I really like. Ben asks, do you use both Mac and PC? Yes and no. So the reason why I say that, let me bring this up. The reason why I say yes and no is I do all my work on a Mac. I'm Mac through and through. My laptop's Mac. I was going to say my PC's Mac. It doesn't make any sense. My iMac Pro and the screens are all Mac. But for streaming, Mac is not very good. It doesn't have a very good graphics card unless you go like stupid money. So I got a dedicated streaming PC. That's all that I have on it. All I have on it is literally this screen plugged in and this software, and which is vMix, which is like OBS, and that's it. And that's all that machine does. So yeah, and I control it with a Stream Deck on my desk. Yeah, I don't really know how to use a PC. It took me a long time to build that, and that was really, really stressful. And thanks to everyone for helping me. Andrew, if you're watching, thanks for jumping on calls with me and me going, you see this thing? And he's like, no. I'm like, well, do I plug it in here or here? And he's like, I don't see anything. Oh, let's just try, see if it fits. Turned it on. It kind of worked. It didn't work first time or second time. It eventually did work though, which was good. So there was an iMac. Yes, I do. I love my iMac Pro is just a monster. Although it's probably like 3 years old now, and it's getting quite slow. Especially when it's running, it's got its own 5K. It's got its own 5K screen here, and it's running the Apple LG 5K and 5K here on the side. So it's running a lot of pixels at the moment. So yeah, it keeps it definitely busy. Absolutely. But how's everyone else doing? What was everyone else up to today? What are people working on? I saw DRaj was working on open sourcing one of his projects. You saw me. I'm trying to get my EditBot up on the Discord. Do you want me to share the Discord link again? I'm sure I can find it. Let me see. And then we can talk between streams, and you can help me, give me feedback on my bot, even if it's just testing it or giving suggestions, whatever it is. I've never written a bot for Discord itself, so that should be quite fun. It seems quite flexible, which is pretty awesome. And I will host it I'll put it on GitHub and then host it on GCP probably, and that way and it'll deploy from master. That way, when people like do pull requests and I review it and it gets merged, then it will go to deployed and be available. My Ben joined. Awesome. Thanks for joining Discord, Ben. Great to have you there. So I think I just want to create lots of roles on Discord, and then my understanding is people can have more than one role on Discord, and then as you do things, then like support someone else by giving them, I don't know, thumbs up, then you kind of get the supportive role. And then I was thinking, I know Andrew and me have this similar idea for Code Mortals, but we're going to do it more custom, whereas this, I'm just keeping it really basic, harnessing as much as I can off Discord. And then I thought saving that information to Firebase so that I can then have a mobile app and a web app or both, and have it just kind of read out whoever's in the Discord, read out their badges they've got, like have they been supportive, and when I connect it to GitHub, have they contributed to open source. I'm thinking of maybe also having it so it notifies everybody every day if they haven't contributed to open source. So that might get annoying. We'll see. we'll try it and see. And also, I think, various things like that. So I'm open to ideas. Let me know what badges you would like and you think are good achievements. So I think, helping someone. So someone gives you like a thumbs up, that gives you that supportive. Maybe right after like 100 messages on Discord, then you kind of get another badge, like a chatterbox badge. I don't know, just make it kind of a bit silly, a bit fun, a bit geeky. We'll see how it goes. I feel so bad I messed up uploading files on GUI. I messed up again on CLI, but it's a learning experience. No worries, D-Raj. We'll have a look tomorrow. Let me know in the chat if there's anything I can help you with. What are you having trouble with any commands? Let me know. Connor, how you doing? Yeah, I'm well, thank you. How are you? Good to have you here today. Hopefully your Thursday is going well. And we have Andrew in the chat. This is the spec. So yes, Andrew helped me spec it up. Thank you, Andrew. I'm glad you got that saved. What else do we have in there? I can't remember. I think I covered mostly. Oh, the RAM. We didn't cover the RAM. 32 gigs of DDR4. Although it's running a lot slower. And I can't remember why. Andrew explained it to me, and it's fast enough. It's just running vMix. But that hard drive is whoppingly fast, and the price is ridiculously cheap. Well, not cheap, but in compared to other hard drives, and the case was pretty epic. So, yeah, running this stream in the highest kind of spec, like the highest, very highest settings that you can output on OBS or vMix, the absolute maximum highest settings. I'm only using, I don't even know actually, let me open System Monitor, but I think it's kind of like 40-50% tops. It's not doing very much. Let me have a look. Not even, like 20%. Yeah, 16% on average. It's really not doing very much. So hopefully we can get some more settings and punch the quality up even further. So we'll see. I know when I bring in guests and I share my screen, it takes more resources. But yeah, thanks Andrew for sharing the link. That's awesome. Azing, awesome to have you here. How you doing? Oh snap, I'm so late. I can't stay though. Finally focusing on that studying. I also have a meeting too. No worries, Azing. Thank you very much for coming in and saying hi in the chat and letting us know that you're busy. That's cool. That's I appreciate this, you coming in and supporting me. Good luck with your meetings and good luck with your studies. D-Raj, yeah, me too. I need to go see you all tomorrow. No worries, D-Raj. We'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good day, everyone, and I hope whatever you spent 2,500 euros on a streaming PC. Actually, I think it was because I bought the extra capture card and some other bits and pieces separate. I think it was like £3,000. I don't know what that is in euros. Let me see. £3,000. I can't spell pounds. Pounds to euros. What is it? So almost 3,500 euros I spent on the streaming PC. And it doesn't include mics, cameras, or any of the stuff you see on top of the desk. It's only what you saw under the desk. So as Andrew would say, I'm a bit stupid or crazy. I can't remember. Maybe he used both words. But yeah, I want to do more live streams. I love the community. I love having you all here. So for me, it was money well spent because then I can deliver a better experience for you. I am thinking of getting a new microphone and the Go XLR where I can get some better audio quality. So I'm not too keen. I think I'm outgrowing the Blue Yeti. So we will see. And yeah, I just love being here with the community, being here with you all, and hopefully I'm providing value to you as well as entertainment. And yeah, let me know how else I can help. If anyone in my network can help, if I know anyone, if I can review open source projects. I know you're going to be reviewing mine. And yeah, however, we all can help each other, really. It's just these lunchtime live streams are more for all of us to get together and just chat and chill out. And there will be more coding streams. So I do want to do... Oh no, do again. I think I managed to do so well without saying that. I've just bodged it up. I will do a live stream on the weekend, a longer live stream of coding on the bot. We'll see how it goes. Francesco, hi Eddie, just thank you for your lunch break chat. Always great content conversations going on. PS, amazing setup. I want to bring that up on the screen. Francesco, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I'm really sorry if I'm not. Awesome to have you here. Thank you very much for the supportive comment. I really love the supportive comments, not just to me, but also when other people support other people. You know what I mean? In the chat, in Discord, or in the YouTube chat. I think it's really important that people do support each other at the best of times. And imagine in these difficult times and challenges, I think the support is really important. And it's not hard to do. So yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like the lunchtime live streams. They are like a chilled out, or as Andrew says, the Eddie show. But again, I just want it to be chilled out. All of us just chat, not me preaching, although I do preach about open source and DevRel and putting yourself out there, standing out, open source, GitHub. You get the idea. Oh, and my setup, obviously. Yeah. Just had to show you one last time. So, but yeah, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Next step, turn off autofocus on the camera. Keeps changing. Yeah, I've got it on face detection. I'm hoping it's good. So when I kind of move around, it kind of automatically kind of picks me up. I used to have it more on manual focus, but now I've gone back to autofocus. I don't know. We'll see. I paid a lot of money for the autofocus. This is the best video and audio quality of streams I've ever seen. Oh, Vamsy, I love that. See, just things like that make me so happy. I don't think people appreciate how, like, that makes me really happy. It's so great. Even if it's not true, just lie to me. No, I'm joking. Don't lie to me. I need to get better, so I need the truth. So, but no, I appreciate that. But if you notice someone else doing something else, like cooler, funkier, better, let me know and I can go check it out and see what I can do. I do have some exciting changes to my live streams coming up probably next week with some like overlays, a bit like Twitch style. I don't know if it's going to work on YouTube, but we can try. Some animated overlays. I'm working with my video editor to work on some of those. So we will see how they go. She did an awesome job. I could have used one today, but yeah, I need to just play with, I sort of licensing as well because she's used some third-party components. So I need to sort of the licensing for that as well. Great idea to build a coder community. Thank you, Tibois. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Wow, I'm so bad at names. Can't even pronounce my own name. Yeah, I think there's lots of communities out there, and they all have their own kind of different like style. And my style is very open source, very inclusive. Everyone is welcome. You don't have to be a coder. Obviously, I will try and convince them to become coders if they're not coders. But the tech community is made up from designers, testers. There's so many people it's made up from, and I think we can all learn from each other. So I'm keen to bring everyone together, and let's see how it goes. It's quite new-ish. And I'm doubling down everyday streams, coding streams at the weekend. Let's see what I can do. And I'm going to triple down in the next couple of weeks when I do finish with my client that I do promise to do. That's the door. Hopefully the wife can get it. Let's see. Where have I got to? I'm good, Connor. I'm good, thanks. Is Ionic good for cross-platform apps? We're looking to turning a web app into a native app. What are your thoughts? So Andrew's got some thoughts on this as well. I think Ionic is very good. It's not truly native. It is. I should bring that question up on the screen. Where is it? There we go. Hopefully, it should appear roundabout kind of now. And it's cross-platform, but it's not native. And I think just look at your microphone. It's at the end, out of focus. Oh, the microphone is meant to be out of focus. I don't want the microphone in focus. But a quickly way to recreate. I'm getting confused in the chat. Let me start again. Whew. I thought practice would make perfect. It's not helping me. It goes in out of focus and steals it from your face. Oh, I guess when I go out, I've zoned the focus for my face. So I guess when I go out, it will focus on the closest thing, which will be the microphone. Maybe I need to make that zone a bit wider. Maybe put the microphone off the screen. Yeah, but I like the microphone. I look like a DJ. I've got DJ headphones and just keep it clean. Always keep it clean. Definitely, always. It's a family place. This does not add too much stuff. Yeah, let's see how it goes. I'll add some stuff, make it a bit geeky. Maybe for the coding sessions, I'll add it just to differentiate kind of the geeky coding to maybe just the chat. We'll see. We'll experiment, and you'll all feedback and give me your honest feedback, I hope, as well. If anyone wants to follow me on socials, by the way, they are coming up below. Oh, wrong way. Oh, I always do that. It's mirrored, right? Coming up below, kind of, from here. You know my YouTube already because you're here, but there's my Twitter. I just punched myself in the face with the microphone. That was cool. Hopefully no one saw. Read up on the limits of Ionic, mostly Cordova. Andrew's right. Yeah, there are some limitations, but 90% of the time, it's fine for what you need. I think people go overkill and go, oh, I need it to be super performant. I'm going to be showing a list of 10 items that might come out of a list of 1,000, but the 1,000 are on your server. They're not on your phone. So yeah, I think Ionic is. Oh, Andrew said I would say 90% of cross-platform projects Ionic will do the job. Andrew said the same thing. So yeah, I would definitely look into it. DJ Eddie Dev. Eddie Bot. I worked with. Eddie Show sounds good. DJ Eddie. Let me see. I've got some headphones around here. Let me see. Not plugged in or Bluetooth up yet, but here we go. How's the look? Look like it's like kind of cold and yeah, it looks like it's kind of like cold and winter. Maybe I'll just have them here for the look. Do I look cool now? Am I in with the young kids? This is what all the cool kids do. Let me catch up on some of the chat. It's funny though. I want to bring that up on the screen. That is good. I'm loving this tech conversation and chat though, by the way. I love it that other people are coming in answering the questions, because I promise you I don't have all the answers, but I'm happy to start the conversation with you and we'll see. Okay. Ionic seems to have lots of good docs and helps and integrated with React and Angular and stuff, whereas Flutter seems to have built native version and needs Dart to be Dart. Yeah. I love the idea of Flutter. Oh, do you, Andrew? You've never told me that. Okay, so Andrew's telling me that over a YouTube live stream. It's huge shame it's not TypeScript. I do agree though, because Dart was big and then now Dart's behind Flutter, and it's kind of, yeah, it's a bit strange. But if it was TypeScript, it would be epic. You literally punched your face with the microphone every stream, do I? Seriously? Oh no, I'm gonna bring that up. That's too embarrassing. If this is a video, I could edit it out, but being a live stream, which is kind of a good thing, I can't edit it out. Maybe Andrew's right. If I move it back, then I won't punch myself in the microphone. I mean, if you had this, and I remove this, you might have seen like two angles. It happened with two angles. I could get another camera up. So we've got the back camera, we've got the camera in front of me. Do you want like a top-down view camera coming down the desk? Maybe when I'm coding, I do like an extra angle and you can see me like typing. Yeah, I don't know if that's interesting or not. Probably not. I just got cameras that I want to use. Let me know what you think. So I still find that funny that I punch myself in the face with the microphone. I get too excited. I think that's the problem. It's because, you all kind of, give me the energy, you inspire me, and I love that. Thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to be here. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up, by the way. Helps the stream. Famzy, I'm reading that comment over and over. You literally punch yourself in the face with a microphone every stream. That's so true. Dart is really an internal Google project, but seems to Flutter has made its way to the wild again, as it almost did with Angular. Yes, Angular, you're right. It did almost start off as Dart. I do remember that. That's quite interesting. Yeah, let's see. Now let's stick with open source. Open source always, right? Open source for the win. You gotta bring that up. What can you not achieve with open source? You can achieve everything with open source. And I think companies are realizing this more and more. Governments are realizing this more and more. So I think, yeah, if we get into open source, we're going to be ahead of the game. And I think it helps a lot. I know Andrew slightly disagrees with me. He says the hiring managers don't care about people's open source contributions, and nor does HR, but they're all useless. So, who cares, right? When the developers come into the managerial positions and do the hiring, it's nice to have the history of the open source that you've worked on, not just to they can see your code. And like I've always said, it's not about the code being perfect, but it's about seeing the collaboration and how you collaborate and the attitude and so forth. So I think that's really important. So it's becoming more and more important, and companies and dinosaur managers, middle management are slowly becoming aware of that. And the ones who aren't, you probably don't want to work with them anyway. I did say work with them, not for them. So, yeah, I think it's a good idea to push your open source, not just for your skills to learn, but also if it doesn't help you on the interview process, you probably don't want to work for that company. Like, I'm serious. Don't. I've worked my fair share of places, and some have been amazing, and some have not been so amazing, and some have been awful. And I have a list. Do you ever watch Game of Thrones and Arya Stark has a list of all the people she's going to kill? No, I don't have a list of people I'm going to kill. But I have a list of companies and people that I'll never work with again, ever. Even for all the money in the world. Maybe for all the money in the world. But not a penny less. Not 1 cent or 1 penny or 1 euro. They have cents. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, less. I won't do it. Absolutely. Okay, cool. Open source had its fun on the screen. I'll bring up my socials again. If your kids want, Instagram, I don't really use it so much, but I do put some stuff on there. Yeah, it's 2080 rule with GitHub on your CV. Give it 5-10 years and it will swap around. 2080, I think he may be 3080. It depends. 3080? How does that work? 3070. Like I need a timeout. Like seriously, I had lunch just before this live stream, so I should be like full on energy. Sorry if you can still hear the Hoover. Seeing your GitHub, you really should rename open sourcing to Eddie sourcing. That sounds so dodgy, Eddie sourcing. But I can make my peace with that. That's pretty cool. Eddie Bot, maybe I'll add something to Eddie Bot to chase everybody in the Discord every day to contribute to open source, or count like how much they've done in the last like 24 hours or something from GitHub's API, and you get a badge if you've done something, but you might lose the badge if you don't keep it up. We've got some ideas there. Let's get those creative juices flowing and let it kind of, solidify in your mind and let me know what you think. But I figured in the end, no harm putting it there. No harm putting it there, exactly. And you don't want the jobs where people don't care about GitHub, unless perhaps you're involved in something illegal. Yeah, but you wouldn't put that on open source on your GitHub either, would you though? Well, I'd hope not. So, just for Andrew, I'm going to show my setup again. And Andrew, I don't know if you saw, I did get the rear camera and put it right up against the case to show the awesome PC that you helped me build, or you made me spend all my money on. Actually, Andrew was like, yeah, you need this, you need the 9900K, you need the 2080 Super, you need it. 16% utilization. I need to do some more stuff on my live streaming. Maybe I should mine some Bitcoin. We'll see. Nick Hill, how you doing? Haven't seen you in quite a few days. How are things going, and what have you been up to? So I've got just under 20 minutes left. I'm keen to know what your challenges and your goals are for the next 24 hours, because I will see everybody again. I will see you all. I'm not going yet, don't worry, we're here for another 19 minutes, 18 minutes, it just changed. But I'm keen to know what you're all doing in the next 24 hours and what you hope to achieve. So I have done my accounting receipts for the first quarter of this year, so finally I'm really happy. Got up at 4 a.m. this morning to do that, before my meeting started at 9, working for my client, and then tonight I will continue doing this Hello World bot. I hope to do a little bit more on that tonight, as well as my client work throughout the day. So that's my goal, and hopefully tomorrow lunchtime I can give you some better news on that, and then we can work together on that over the weekend. But what about you? What are all your challenges and goals over the next kind of 24 hours? Therefore, tomorrow I can check up on you and make sure that you've done them. And if you haven't, maybe we can help. Maybe we can discuss some ideas. We can see. Dawood, hopefully I pronounced that right. Yeah, I'm so bad. Can't read, best of times. Glad you feel the same. I call them dinosaur companies. I would stay away or end up de-skilling. Yeah, absolutely. I went in one place that was using React, and I was like, okay, I haven't used React. At the time, I hadn't used React in a commercial project, and I thought, okay, if they're happy for me to come on board and bring my other skills, then that's great. But it was out of date. Dependencies weren't being updated, but they couldn't because they were using this library that was no longer supported, although it was a paid-for library. It wasn't open source. And I just felt I was de-skilling the whole time because they were just cutting corners. You don't need tests. You don't need this. It was just a disaster. No linting, just turn off linting. Oh my God, it was freaking awful. So yeah, that was a horrendous problem. I definitely de-skilled with that and lost like 10 years of my life because I came home and cried like every day. Nikhil, I'm well. How's your quarantine going? Quarantine's going okay. I'm in my command center. Why would I not be happening? I'm getting a tan from all these screens. Can you not see my nice tan? And yeah, all is really well. Quarantine is fine. I hope everyone's being safe. I hope you're all being good. Luckily, I'm out of London in the UK, or just outside, like an hour out. So yeah, I got a bit more space, got some fresh air. I think people in city centres are suffering a lot more. But thank you very so much for asking. Vamsi, got to go already. Got an interview with Google tonight. Oh, wow. I have to prepare. Good afternoon. Vamsi, good luck. Let us know how it goes. I wish you all the best. Just be you, and you will do fine. I think that's really important. Don't try and be someone that you're not. Having spoken to you on the stream many times for quite a while now, I think you've got the right attitude, and that's really important. So yeah, definitely be yourself. Let them see who you are, and good luck. And let us know how it goes tomorrow. I look forward tomorrow lunchtime hearing all about it. And thank you so much for supporting the stream today and coming in and joining. I hope I didn't distract you too much from you preparing for your interview, but maybe also it helps you motivate you, gave you some ideas. What sort of preparation are you doing? If you want to discuss briefly for the remaining kind of few minutes, any of the topics. I can't do like sorting algorithms and all that stuff. I'm too old for that. But yeah, anything else, let me know. Definitely let them know about your GitHub and about your community involvement. I think that's really important. Azing, meeting has just been postponed to tomorrow, so I'm here for a bit. Awesome, Azing, great to hear. Azing, whereabouts are you in the world? Remind me, I couldn't remember which time zone you're in. Let me know. But glad the meetings got postponed. Sometimes that's good when that happens, sometimes it's bad, because then the meeting just ends up being twice the length the next day. So hopefully it's not too bad. See, Azing. Oh, you're in London too. Okay, awesome. So I couldn't remember. I love it that Azing's giving support to Vamsi. I think it's really important. It goes a long way. When people support me, they don't realise actually how much it helps. That's why I love it. Even when people just pop in and just say, hey. Right, so meeting's been postponed, Azing. So what are you going to do with that extra time you've got? Was it like a 1 hour meeting, a 2 hour meeting? What are you going to do? You're going to do some open source? Who wants to contribute to open source and get that green badge? I want to start, I'm trying to think with the Eddie bot on Discord, if I can ask you to put in your GitHub links. Yes, and then it can go check your GitHub account and let me know if you haven't done any contributions, or if you have, and I can kind of like mention it in a stream or something. Oh, some good ideas. Well, I think they're good. They're probably not very good. Let me know what you think. I'm preparing operating systems networking. I probably can't help too much with that. I'm really bad at it. We'll brief you tomorrow stream. Cool. Okay, you get your head down, concentrate. Let me know. Let us know how it goes tomorrow. All the best. More time to study for today. Open source sounds good. I might spend some time on GitHub. Definitely do. And I didn't say do. I'll say do one last time for Vamsi before he goes. I know it makes him laugh. Andrew says, sorry was coding, but good luck on the interview. Google's a nice place. You don't need to work. Yeah, I think Google's, they do look after their people. I don't like it that they don't really allow working from home. It's all about come to the office and never leave. We provide you food, breakfast, lunch and dinner. And that's great when you're young. So for that, Vamsi, it's good. For me, I'm old. I want to come home. I want to be in my command center. This place. Yes, I want to show it again. So yeah, whereas I think Microsoft are a bit more modern in that sense. They allow remote working, they encourage it, and so forth. So yeah, interesting times. And with all this COVID stuff and everyone working remotely, is definitely going to be interesting to see what companies force people to go back. So we will see how it goes. But Azing, let us know what you contribute to open source, what projects. You're welcome to contribute to all of mine. Actually, I think I got a contribution. Oh, wait, let me check. I think I did. And I haven't. I'm really sorry. I think it's Rodrigo. If I pronounced that right. Did it? I think. Or did I merge it? No, I merged it in yesterday's stream. No, I did. I just had a feeling I had another pull request pending review, but maybe not. It's probably just, yeah. No, I think it's just, I forgot. But if someone did send me a pull request and I forgot, just nudge me on Discord and remind me. Apologies. So yes, how are we doing on time? We have 10 minutes. I'm not going to put a 10-minute timer on because otherwise, I get a bit stressed. And let me remove this. I don't want my socials anymore. It's a bit distracting. And yeah, share some ideas for what you're going to do this weekend. So everyone's quite busy during the week with studying, with work, etc. But what do you plan to do at the weekend? So you've got 2-day weekend. Obviously, probably some more studying, maybe a bit of working. But what open source projects do you plan to contribute to, and what do you plan to learn? I know Ionic's been mentioned a few times. Once I've got kind of a bit of data in the Firebase database from the Edibot on Discord, I will write not an Angular, Ionic web mobile app. Let me get this right. Ionic mobile app and try and read the data from the database, because I haven't done that before with Firebase and Ionic, so I want to try that. But hopefully it should be similar to a web app in Angular. But let's do it on a live stream together. So I will share my learnings, and you all can contribute, make suggestions, make improvements, and laugh and watch me get stuck. We all get stuck. So yeah, let's see. I'm just got a few messages from my client waiting, and yeah, I have to get back to work shortly, but I want to spend every minute that I can with you all until the hour, till 2 o'clock. It's good. And who's been quite quiet. I think it's quite interesting to see who's been quiet in the stream, who's been watching, who hasn't said hello yet. I wonder if I can add to my bot for someone who doesn't write in the chat, and give them a badge, like a what do we say, booby prize badge, as in quiet person or quiet place or something. Although I need to watch that movie actually. I don't even think it came out, right? Did they hold it because of COVID? Quiet Place would be it's a continuation from the first one, which is quite interesting. So yes, right, 10 minutes left or just under. How can I help you? Not just now. How can I help you? Maybe get the job that you want, get better at open source, earn the money that you want, find the clients that you want. How can I help you? So I've been in the industry for 15 years. I've seen a lot of things, not everything, but I've seen a lot of things. Can I connect you with certain people? Can I help you with certain things? My number one suggestion is contribute to open source. Your own project or someone else's project. I think both. You've got to mix it up. I think you need to mix it up. You need to do your own projects. You need to do other people's projects, because it's very different. As a contributor, it's so different to being a maintainer. And I think you've got to do both to appreciate both sides. So when you go for that interview and the person interviewing you says, oh, we've got an open source project that we want you to look after, you can say, oh, I know how to maintain an open source project. Or they say, oh, we want you to contribute to this open source project. You can say, well, I know how to contribute to an open source project because that's what I do. So you need to see both sides. I think some people get focused massively on one side, not the other. You need to be all well-rounded. Get your friend Nat to come join the stream at lunch. So the CEO of GitHub. Yeah. I think he's probably too busy. They just bought NPM, right? They're probably too busy trying to do all that integration. All that integration stuff is quite fun. So with their, what did GitHub do? GitHub packages. So now they're probably trying to see how they can kind of combine NPM with GitHub packages. I wonder how much they bought that for. It's probably quite a lot because everyone's using NPM. So yeah, I'd be quite interested to know. Yeah, I've got more people coming on the stream. Don't worry. I've got like 20. Let me sit back a bit, relax, bring the microphone closer to me. I have got like 20 or 30 people lined up, but I just need time to organize a bit of they want a bit of an agenda. They don't want to wing it like I wing it. They want a bit of an agenda, and I understand they might be a bit nervous, but they've got so much great knowledge to share, like people from Microsoft, people from Google, people who are new to development, people who are more seasoned, and I really want to share kind of what they're working on, they're learning, how they got a job, etc. and so forth. But I need to do a bit of planning. So once I finish with my client next week, I can then get a bit more organized. So I will. Be patient, everyone. Please bear with me. I love the support, love the questions, and I will. But unfortunately, I don't think that will be one of them. Not just yet. Maybe when I get to 100,000 people, then maybe I'll get Nat, the CEO of GitHub, come on it. But we'll work up to it. I've been on some calls with him, talking about open source and GitHub and so forth. And yeah, I really like how he really listens to the community. I wish he did them more frequently. I appreciate he's busy, but on the call, someone suggested don't always defaulting to mobile when you're on your mobile on the website, and so you have it as a setting. Because I always, the first thing I do is go to desktop view, right? Because they hide information. I want to see everything, and I'm happy to just bash the mic, happy to pan and scroll and so forth. And they actually did that within 2 weeks. And that really showed that they were an agile company. One of the other things was someone asked for a native mobile app, and that's come out very recently. I think for iOS, there was a native GitHub app. I haven't really used it that much, to be honest. But, well, I say native, but it's in the App Store, and you download it and you install it. It's not a PWA. It's probably written in Ionic or something. I don't know. I haven't checked. But, they do listen, which is, I think, really good. I think companies that have the DevRel community, get involved in the community, and hear back from their users are way ahead of the curve, and they will do so much better, especially in these more challenging times. TJs, hopefully I pronounced that right. Great to have you here. Awesome to have you here. It's coming up to the end of the stream. We've got about 5 minutes left, but great to have you here. I have got my socials thing on the bottom, but I probably need to add Discord to that as well. Now we've got the Discord channel. So yes, I probably need to add it to there as well. That reminded me. I'll hopefully do that afterwards. TJs, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Hopefully you're well. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. Yeah, all is good. A bit tired. Got up at 4 o'clock this morning to do some admin for my company. So I had to do receipts, and deadline was yesterday. So I thought, right, before they wake up at 9 a.m. to my accountants wake up before they go through it, I thought I would finish it off this morning. So I got up at 4 a.m. and I'm quite dead. I know this evening I will be, or early evening at dinner, I'll probably be like sleeping in my food. So hopefully it's something cushiony and warm and soft for me to sleep in it. But, I'll get early night and I'll be charged, ready to go for tomorrow again. I'll link to Discord again, please. Sure, no problem. Let me add it. If I paste it, is that the Discord link? Hopefully that's the link. I didn't check what I had on my clipboard. I just pasted. But yeah, that's the link, and we can continue the conversation between the streams. If I don't reply in Discord straight away, I will catch up. Do tag me, and I will catch up later on and chat between yourselves. I think it's important that the community chats between themselves. I want to bring a place where people can get together and geek out. I have created various channels. I have got Discord somewhere. I can't remember where it is now on one of my screens. I've got like an open source channel, kind of a YouTube channel. I think like JavaScript, TypeScript. If you need any more, let me know. It would be good to kind of try and niche those down a bit. Therefore, it doesn't distract too many people. They can join or mute certain channels that interest them and so on. Everyone watching, by the way, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It's a lot of forget. It's better than a lot of doo-doos though, right? To give me a thumbs up, and that really helps support the channel. And don't forget to, it's a lot, don't forget. And a lot of doo-doos. Also, you should, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you can get notified if you hit that bell button when I put out more awesome content. And like I said, we'll be doing, I didn't say doing, we'll be doing this weekend a live stream on coding, probably on a Discord bot is what I'm thinking. I fancy kind of getting my teeth into that. And I'm just going to live stream me struggling to do that and experimenting with different things. And people in Discord, I'll create like a bot channel to practice because I don't want to spam everybody else. If I get it wrong and I spam everyone, I'm really sorry. But there'll be no DM bot writing. It will be just, I'll pick probably the introductions channel and do that. But I might need to make a temporary channel and not invite anyone to it. We need to have a look and see. It's all a learning curve, right? Ben, it's been good listening. Have a good day. Ben, awesome to have you here. Thank you so much for the positive feedback. Any suggestions, recommendations, let me know. And I will make improvements. Always making improvements with everything. Live streaming, coding. I think just talking to everyone here, it's just helped me so much and get focused on the work that I need to do this afternoon for my client and other work. And hopefully it helps you as well. I'm doing great. Started a course on Swift UI on Udemy. Nice. I feel like I haven't been productive enough during this time, so trying to do something myself. I'm 17, by the way, so still in school. You're young, so that's good. You have plenty of time ahead of you. I wish I was learning stuff like this, like Swift UI off Udemy, etc. when I was 17. I don't think I started really learning until I was like 24. So you're way ahead of me. That's awesome. Keep it up. Azing, maybe you could have a thumbs up reminder on the screen that interchange with the avatar from time to time. I see what you mean. That's a good idea. So have something where my avatar changes or could write something. That's quite interesting. It's a really good idea. So like occasionally, like how I have my socials pop up or something like this pop up, I could say, have something pop up that says, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button to get notified, do the thumbs up, and tell your friends. Okay, without the sound effects and the crazy voice, but tell your friends, they'll love the Eddie Show too, So yeah, maybe something like that. That's a good idea. I'm going to try and make a note of that straight after this live stream in 1 minute. But if I do forget, remind me next stream. I do always tell people in my teams, you need to keep reminding me because I do forget and I do get distracted. But that's some awesome suggestions. Thank you very much. Listen, everyone, I want to love you and leave you is the expression. Have an awesome Thursday, and we will chat the same time tomorrow. Come along, bring your friends, and we'll geek out some more then. And I will be less tired. I will not be getting up at 4 a.m. I don't plan to, but I might end up working on that bot. You know what it's like as a developer, right? As a techie. You even actually test a friend who are testing test frameworks. As a techie, you get your teeth into something and you don't let it go. So let's see. But hopefully, yes, I don't get up too early and I'm less zonked. But before I go, obviously going to show you my office one last time, and I'm hiding the streaming PC down here, although it's got coloured lights and so forth. And liquid cooling, I'm hiding that because I am a Mac person. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Oh, this is not a holding screen. I'll put the holding screen so you can get some music. 8 p.m. in Thailand. TJ's is in Thailand. That's awesome. I remember you saying last time, get some dinner, get some work. Nice setup, thanks to Jess. Azing precisely without going so too far. Have an awesome day, everyone, or awesome night wherever you are, and I will see you all soon. Thanks again for joining the live stream. Anything I can help you with, let me know. I'll chat to you more in the Discord.